Good day to you and welcome to my presentation. Today I'll be talking to you about an upcoming project of mine called the Locals Only newsletter. This newsletter will be directed to the amateur and semi-pro soccer players in the South Florida area in an attempt to inform and educate these athletes on information that pertains to them. But before I can do that, I need to set a short-term goal, which is to build relationships with these amateur and semi-pro soccer teams in South Florida. The first step in completing this short-term goal will be to create a table of contents. I'm going to need to know exactly what I'll be addressing in my newsletter in order to know what information I'll be requiring from these teams when I meet with different organizations. The second step for this short-term goal will be to have a rough draft of my newsletter. In order to build these relationships, I would like to be able to show organizations where their information will be going to and would like to be able to receive feedback on how they'd like to be represented in my newsletter. Now, prior to meeting with these different organizations and teams, I need to research the legalities of using team names and logo. I want to be well versed in this area in order to properly launch my newsletter once completed. Now, currently in South Florida, there's one professional team and 4 semi-professional teams. What I would like to do is research individual team markets in order to tailor my newsletter to help promote these organizations. Next, I would need to research the point of contacts for each of these individual teams, markets, and leagues. Once I know who to talk to, I can look up background information to see if any of our interests intersect and find some common ground to build upon. My last step would be to create a business plan. Being that I'm a new business, I'm going to need a strong bottom line that will not only impress but motivate the South Florida soccer community into working with me and following my newsletter. It will need to be beneficial to all involved. Now, as we come to the end of this presentation, I'd like to connect a couple of the topics together. In order for me to create a rough draft for my newsletter to present, I need to get familiar with Adobe Design. I can accomplish this by digesting YouTube and LinkedIn tutorials on Adobe Design. I also think it's important to collaborate with like-minded people in the Full Sail community. There are 3 clubs that I'd like to be involved with. The first being the 3300 Plus Club. This club will help me develop my logo as well as learning how to market my business. The second club I would like to be involved with is the Creative Writing Club. I plan on writing pieces about subjects that pertain to the South Florida soccer community. But in order to grab the attention of the reader, I'd like to learn how to make the words pop out of the page. The last club I'd like to be involved with is the Sports Leaders Association Club. I believe that people are involved in organized sports understand what uniting under one flag can do for a cause. And so I'd like to tap into this mindset by sharing ideas with others. Now, after doing some research, I noticed that the professional soccer club in Miami called Inter Miami currently has a communications internship available. One of the prerequisites is to have knowledge of Adobe Design. This lets me know 2 things. The first being that learning Adobe Design is a useful skill set and needed in the communication field. Second, this would be a great opportunity for me to get some real-world experience. Now, to wrap up this presentation, I'd like to bring your attention to a passage from the book Mastery by Robert Greene. He stated that, for animals, time is a great enemy. If there are potential prey wandering too long in a space, this can spell instant death. If there are predators waiting too long, this will only mean the escape of their prey. Time for them represents physical decay. Although this was meant to illustrate the evolution of the human brain, I apply this notion to my current state of being. Waiting too long to act or allowing opportunities to pass you by is detrimental for your growth, professional or otherwise. Therefore, I'm taking this opportunity to pursue my dreams and live a fulfilled life. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.